guys, and welcome back to Pixel Cherry Ninja's channel. Absolute awesome video for you guys today. So Mortal Kombat has been getting a lot of love. In particular, we've had the new release Mortal Kombat 1, which I think is like a reboot of the series that seems to be very popular. But as well as that, we've got an FPGA implementation of Mortal Kombat coming very soon. I think the target date is October the 8th, and hopefully that it will be released on that day. As well as that, we've got someone working on Mortal Kombat 2 for the 3DO. Well, it doesn't stop there, guys. We are getting Mortal Kombat 1, the arcade game for the NES. Yes, you heard right, for the NES, and that is what you're seeing on screen now, guys. It's fantastic. Before we get further into the video, guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel, then hey, your subscription and a like is super appreciated. But let's have a look at some Mortal Kombat stuff. So guys, like the footage you're going to see today is a mixture. You're going to see some stuff that I filmed on the Mr. FPGA. You're going to see some of the stuff which I filmed using RetroArt. So we've got a mixture of software emulation and hardware emulation. I even tried it on the Analog Pocket, but I didn't do it via the dock. That's why you can just see a little bit of the Analog Pocket, just me kind of playing it. I wanted to test it to see if it works. Now, a little bit about this hack. So this hack is actually based on a bootleg version of a NES game called Mortal Kombat 2 that was released by the Hummer team. And even though it was called Mortal Kombat 2, around that time when a lot of these bootlegs were released, they were released for the purpose of, hey, I want this is amazing, I need to buy this now. So Mortal Kombat 2, it was probably more of a marketing thing. You know, let's get your money by giving you a new version of the game. But when you get the game home, the characters that are playable are the Mortal Kombat 1 characters: Raiden, Sonya, Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Kano, Johnny Cage, Liu Kang. Also in this version, Goro and Shang Tsung are playable from the very beginning. So this is the version that the team are hacking, and the team are a bunch of awesome guys. I want to send a special thank you out to Drax01, who I think is the lead on this, the main person for the project, and he actually sorted me out a work in progress build of this, what you're seeing me playing now. Everything you're seeing here is me playing the version of the ROM. So he sorted me that out. The other people that are involved in making or bringing this awesome thing to us is RKK, Hacks ROMs, which is a friend of mine, Sebastian Angel, who I've dealt with before regarding Street Fighter Champion Edition, as well as Fox Cunning, someone that I speak to every so often regarding hacked ROMs. Awesome people. And then you've got Lord Zaya and Milgi that are also involved in bringing this awesome project over. Now, this isn't publicly released at this moment in time, but the team do hope to have this available on in November sometime. So I'm filming this like very early October the 3rd to be precise, is when I'm actually filming this, and hopefully you guys will have this in November. Now, the reason that I like doing these videos, before I really got into FPGA stuff, I guess I'm kind of combining the two because I am running this on FPGA devices as well. But the reason that I like doing this stuff, I absolutely love ROM hacks. Now, we may have newer versions, we may have versions that people consider better, but one thing that I always like seeing is how far old technology can be pushed. So that these guys are running this on NES. This can run on NES hardware. If you've got an EverDrive, a flash card for the NES, you can put this on there and it will run. So there are limitations, and some of the limitations that you've got in here are stuff like, I asked about fatalities. There are no fatalities in this version of the game at the moment, and that may be due to the NES's limitations. That doesn't mean there won't be an update that will bring fatalities. The team are absolutely awesome. Even if there are limitations, there's always workaround, and like it is a ROM hack, there could also be hacks that will allow you to bring that at a later date. I mean, look how some of the stuff in it is awesome. It's just, I love it. I love how Raiden teleports. I love the changes they've made from the original game. Now, the original Mortal Kombat 2 game, I tried it a little bit. It's not the best game. It's not a bad game. I mean, I would have enjoyed it back in the day. If I had a NES and someone got me that, I would have enjoyed it and liked it. But they've just made this better. In the original, you've got stuff like the moveset. Let's just take the moveset, for example. Like, most of the moves are incorrect. Stuff like Sub-Zero's sweep. Scorpion, instead of having the teleport punch, has Sub-Zero's sweep. Sub-Zero's freeze ball, it doesn't actually freeze you. It kind of works more like a fireball in the sense that it kind of becomes more like a Street Fighter game where you're kind of having that projectile fight and nullifying each one out. Well, the team in this hack have made it so Sub-Zero's freeze ball freezes you. Another thing that they've added, which is just awesome, is in the original bootleg, when you do an uppercut, it doesn't launch them up in the air. And that was one great thing about Mortal Kombat. When you did that uppercut, you felt powerful. You just whacked them up. And some of the later games, there was like spikes in the ceilings. You know, if you'd done that on the level where you're on the bridge with the pit underneath, it would act as a fatality. The bootleg didn't have it, but the hacked guys have added that in there. There's a whole bunch of changes in there. And honestly, once this is released publicly, you definitely want to check it out. It will, I imagine, be available via your usual kind of romhacking.net sites or other. I mean, I'll keep an eye on it, and if you want to know more about it, comment down here and I'll make sure I let you guys know. I'll also leave a link to Drax01's Discord if you want to get involved. Now, a lot of the times I leave a Discord link, they have an expiry date, usually like 7 days. So if it is expired and you want to join it and you're watching this video at some point later on, then just hit me up in the comments and I'll just make sure I add a fresh link to the Discord. I'm not going to do it unless someone asks, then at least that way it will be fresh. But honestly, like, once this comes out, you guys need to try it. It's just amazing to see what can happen. I mean, you can play like a whole bunch of characters in there. You've got the whole cast in there. Now, I was trying to work out different tactics. Now, I did a full playthrough with Liu Kang, but I had to put the difficulty down to easy because having it on default is actually challenging, and you want that to be challenging because, hey, if you're playing it against CPU, you don't want an easy walkthrough. You know, you want some kind of challenge there. And I thought, okay, I want to do a playthrough for the video. It took me 25 minutes to do it. I died once on one of the endurance levels. So as you go through, like in Mortal Kombat, you go through, you have the normal fights, then you have the mirror match. Now, it's been a while since I've played the original Mortal Kombat all the way through. There was like 3 endurance matches where you fight 2 characters at one. I think that was in the original Mortal Kombat. I just can't remember that well. And then you move over to the bosses. You fight Goro in Goro's lair, and then you fight Shang Tsung. Now, Shang Tsung, when I got to Shang Tsung was changing to all the different characters like he should. And I was like, okay, so then after completing it, I actually played Shang Tsung. Now, I was like, okay, Shang Tsung was one of my favorite characters in Mortal Kombat 2 on the Super Nintendo. We used to play a lot, and I loved all the different kind of commands you could put in to get him to turn to different characters. An absolute awesome character and a genius way to a genius thing to put inside the game, a playable boss that can turn into any one of the cast. And I was wondering, how is it going to tackle this issue? Well, they tackled it in the fact that it just, every few seconds he goes and turns into a different character, which I think for the NES is very decent. Maybe it would have been too complicated to put in different commands to select your character, but maybe that's something that will change in the future. I don't know, because hey, I'm not a hacker, I'm not really a developer, I'm just someone that likes these games. Another thing that I found quite funny was Goro, the sprite for Goro in the bootleg that's used in this version as well. Goro's smaller than all the other characters. It just looks really funny. It looks like you've got dwarf Oro. You know, it's like Oro had a dwarf cousin who was too busy doing like the newer Mortal Kombats and signings, and he said, hey dwarf cousin, I want you to go in the NES version. But honestly, when this comes out, you guys need to try it. I love ROM hacks. I love the work these guys do, and I'm just so glad that I managed to get this work in progress ROM, again courtesy of Drax01 and team. But that's really it, guys. Share your thoughts about this. What do you guys think of it? Are you going to be playing this when this comes out? I mean, I would have loved to have played this 2-player. No one was around. As usual, when I'm doing my videos, I'm here by myself. My kids are in school when I'm filming this, and there's no way on earth my wife is ever going to play this with me. But it's definitely awesome. Look out for this, play it, share your thoughts about anything down below. Oh, and before I go, I did actually find like a decent combo. So when you uppercut them in this, you can follow it up with like a flying kick or a flying punch, but it pushes you quite far back, so you can't continue. But what you can do, as soon as you're pushed back and you kind of reset, like Liu Kang, you can do like the forward kick or the forward fireball. So as long as you've got a projectile move or a move that carries you forward quickly, you can hit them again. They usually don't block on wake up, so you can kind of get that one, but on occasion you will get hit by a fireball or something. The game's just fun. But that's really it, guys. I just wanted to, well, I love these hacks. That's why I wanted to do this video on this. I want to send a thank you to Drax01 and all the team again for their awesome work. But that's it, guys, for this video. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. This is Pixel Cherry Ninja out.